Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is Sunday morning. I'm having my coffee and watching the news. The family, Tom and Mom, went to church. I didn't go. I stayed back. I didn't sleep very good last night. I think it took up to 4 o'clock this morning before I actually fell asleep. So I didn't get a very good sleep. Old Panda, she just jumped up here on me. Yeah, she's doing it. Jake, he's somewhere. Oh, he's on the bed. There's Jake. He's laying on Daddy's pillow. But I'm what you call right now. I do that whenever they're gone, so that way Mom doesn't have a mess, right? Make sure they go outside and stuff. But the reason for the video, I want to say thank you to a lot of you guys. I had a couple comments where somebody said I was trying to beg for money and whatever, and I kind of figured that was going to happen. That's social media, you know. But again, you know, I had some folks that wanted to send me a gift card or wanted to send me a, you know, something through the mail, and I just told them, just share it, you know, just share the video. That would be good right there. And but it's still the same. I love you guys. Thank you. It's the thought behind giving. Now, if I had somebody out there, anybody that, especially if you're on or you're subscribed to my channel, that was having hard luck, bad luck, or health issues, and you needed help, and you said, "Hey, Jukebox, I need help." I would be there. I would be there for you. Matt, little guy, you guys know him. He was the first that donated, and I definitely want to give him a big thank you because he is part of RST. He works in his office there in Pennsylvania for RST. And so I, you know, not only from Matt, but I want to thank RST for the donation. I still never heard anything from Chris. As somebody said, you know, that's bad. You know, I've been with RST for 4 years, and I might not be the best person out there or anything like that, but I dedicated myself to the truck, to the loads. Of course, the loads we picked up, you know, for Prime, but still the same. I was employed through RST, so I did my best that I thought I could do. I stayed out there on the road. I very seldom ever came home. Or if I took a break, it was always usually a 34 out there somewhere, out there on the road. But I gave 100% of what I knew of trucking in the industry to RST. But I still never, you know, and that is sad. I'm sad about that because I didn't get no kind of phone call whatsoever or a card or anything from Chris. And he is the actual CEO and the president of RST. I never got a thing from him. So it makes you wonder just what kind of person he thought I was. You know, and it is sad. And it's sad to me. You know, that can actually give you a broken heart. Broken heart. Wonder how I came up with that. But at the same time, Matt did donate yesterday, and I thank him. And that's probably the best I'm going to get as far as from RST. I don't expect any monies from RST. They're a business. They're out to make sure that they make the money, and I understand that. But it would have been nice to get that phone call. It would have been nice for me to make a video saying I got a call from Chris. I don't know. Maybe, I'm just saying, maybe if I would have died on that operating table, it would have probably been a different, but I don't know, you know, but because he has actually, we had people that worked at RST that passed away of COVID, and he actually announced that and told everybody about that. So, you know, I don't know. I just probably just talking out but I can tell you this, and I'm not lying about this. I just never got a message of any kind, not even a text message from Chris hoping, and And the thing is, I'm a YouTuber. I film. I tell people about things, but I only got 10,100 subscribers. We're not really growing that much. So, it probably doesn't matter to him. Matt has 70,000 subscribers, and but I know Chris, and Chris likes Matt, and I understand that. And, that's fine. But anyway, I'm not here complaining about that. Maybe I am a little bit, but I know Mom and Tom, both of them, and they're family to me. They ask me every now and then, did you hear anything from RST, from your boss, about, anything? I said, no, not a thing. Not a thing. But I did hear from Rudy the other day. He called me, and I thought that was cool. And I talked to him for a little bit, and let's see. Don called me a couple different times, and let's see, somebody else called me. I forgot to tell you guys, Angelo called me once while I've been here at the house, but he sounded like he was a little intoxicated. And it's hard to understand Angelo. If you know who I'm talking about, he worked with me at Marquardt, and but it sounded like he was having a party, and I just couldn't understand him. But I got a call from my friend James Smith, but that was pretty close to Christmas. I think that was, December 21st when he called me, and because he saw a video that I had this heart attack, and I thought that was cool. He couldn't remember my number, but he was able to get a hold of Mom through Facebook, and then he called Mom, and then of course I had to get his number because I couldn't remember his number. So, but I got a call from John Head, and I thought that was cool. And I want to thank you guys. I really do. Just a phone call saying hi, how you doing? It means a lot to me, because I personally, again, I'm not in the truck. I'm not driving. So I'm not getting around like I used to. Now Tuesday, I have appointment with the cardiologist rehab. And you know what that means, right? The bicycle, the treadmill. They're going to get me exercised up. They're going to get me a little stronger so I can be ready for the world out there. Now, what am I going to be doing later? Well, I actually thought about, I'm in Ohio. I am a Ohio resident here in the Bowling Green area. And I'll be changing my driver's license from a CDL Indiana to a Ohio CDL. I'll be getting that all straight when it's time. April is my renewal for the license, but I think it's June when I have to take another physical. So I want to be I want to be in good shape. What I thought about doing is, I'm too young to retire. I can't really retire. I'm only going to get like $450 if I retire at the age of 55. I'm not going to get that much. I've been told you want to wait till you're about 62. To be honest, I'm not even sure if I'll live to see 62. I'm just saying, because my dad died before. I think Dad died at 67, 68, maybe 69. But I had an uncle that passed away at 61. And my grandfather passed away, and this is my granddad on my mom's side. It would have been her dad, but he passed away at 57 of a heart attack. So if I reach 62, then I'll get more benefit, of retirement. But that's what everybody's thinking, and I think they're right. Because first of all, I'm not ready to retire. I cannot just sit here in the house for eternity not doing nothing. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Of course, it'd be different if I was driving. I had my car and I was driving, but I can't. I still got 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and that's when I can start driving. picking up stuff. So I'm thinking during the rehab thing, they'll probably end up making it where I can pick up more weight. They'll probably have me doing that too, right? But and then the blood. I'm going to have to give some blood test, because I guess my kidneys are starting to go south. I don't get that neither. And I'm on a diet now. I can't eat a banana. I'm not supposed to eat potatoes because of the potassium. And of course, I cheat a little bit, guys. Sometimes I do cheat when it comes to the potatoes. Shame on me, right? I shouldn't do that. Somebody thought I was gonna drop dead in a week if I eat a potato. It's like, get out of here. You know, I'm not doing it every day. It's a random thing, right? But they want to test my kidneys, and they want the blood work, and they want to make sure. My blood pressure is starting to come down now. That is good news there. I think I took my blood pressure. We got a gauge here at the house. A couple times it was like in 130. That was the top number. And the bottom number was 97. I don't know. Which number is the most important number? Is it the top one or the bottom one? But I write it down. Then when I go see my family doctor, I see him in 2 weeks. I tell him, and he's the one that actually makes sure I get my meds. So he upped my blood pressure medicine, and it's starting to work now. I take 3 different blood pressure medicines just to make sure I'm good with my blood pressure. That's what got me in trouble to start with, was my blood pressure. And I can't tell you the name of the blood pressure I was taking before the heart attack, but it had a side effect, and it was a dry cough side effect is what it was. And I couldn't stop, and so I took it upon myself to stop taking the blood pressure. The cough stopped, but the day I went into the hospital with this heart attack, it was like 297. The top number was 297, and the bottom number, I don't know. I don't remember what they said that was, but it was high too, and that's what was giving me. And what I was doing was, I was trying to breathe. I can't say I couldn't breathe, obviously, but I would have to like force myself, right? Go, then, and try to get enough breath so I could talk without running out of breath. I start talking, and by the time I got done with my sentence, I had to get some more air. Because I was bottoming out trying to get air just to talk. I couldn't walk. But 8 feet, and then I had to stop literally and catch my breath just so I can walk again. And and then November 25th, 24th was Thanksgiving, right? And then the 25th, I was going to go to work. I actually came into the house because I was going to have Tom take me back to my truck, and I just couldn't breathe. And I said, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I can't breathe. And I was forcing myself to take breaths. And I tell you what, guys, I stood up inside my truck, and I was between the seats just saying, God, man, trying to breathe. And I couldn't lay down. Laying down and trying to breathe, I couldn't do it. But you know what? I'm feeling good now. I can breathe. It's all good. We're leaving the cigarettes along, and just trying to. I'm taking my medication. No more of this. I'm not taking my medication. If there's a side effect, like with my blood pressure, I'm just going to tell them, but I'm not going to stop taking, because now I know how important it was to take that blood pressure. The truth of the fact is, and this ain't no kid, if you think I'm kidding about this, you ask my mother. For 90 seconds, I kid you not, I totally stopped breathing at the hospital. Now, they got me breathing again. Tom was there. He actually watched them. He said, they got up on top of you. They were doing whatever they were doing with your chest. And he said they had a bag over my mouth, my nose, and they were trying to get me restarted. And I did. I came back. But for 90 seconds, I quit breathing. I had no more breaths in me. And if I would have actually literally got into that truck and ignored the fact that I couldn't breathe here, they said I would have died. I would have actually died in my truck with a heart attack. Wow. That's sad, you know. My mom, I kid you not, started weeping, started crying, because that's how close I came to death. Yes, people's told me on YouTube, you know, you gotta quit smoking, you gotta quit smoking, you gotta quit smoking. You know, if you had ever in your life smoked, for me, I'm weak. I'm weak. My will is really low, and I really struggled today with this. And but my will is really low when it comes to not smoking. And I was 4-pack a day, folks. 4 packs a day, and that's on a normal day. If I worked, and I shouldn't say this, but I will, when I was with RST and I was forced to drive a little over whatever, then the cigarette intake was up. It came up. I was more like a 5-pack a day. I was just as bad. I was as bad as Jackie Gleason. I was chain smoking while I was driving my truck, and as soon as I got done with a cigarette, I was lighting up another one. And you know what's weird? That's when I was really driving. That's when I smoked the most. Or when I'm bored, that's when I smoke the most. If I went anywhere with my mom or Tom, before I got into the van, I would always light up. Because, you know, I didn't smoke in their vehicles, nor did I smoke in the house. But I would light up. If I got done eating before everybody else, and some people will actually verify this. I'd say, I'll be right back. I gotta go use the restroom. And I would go outside and smoke a cigarette because everybody was still in the restaurant, right? But I'd eat, go outside, smoke a cigarette, and sometimes if I smoked that cigarette outside, then I would actually, then everybody's coming out, I'm lighting up another one, smoking that cigarette on the way to the vehicle, because I didn't smoke in the vehicle. Mom, and especially Mom, she can smell, she could tell you. She said, I don't smoke, I ain't never smoked. So she knows. She knows. She can smell it, you know. And I have to tell you, one time I said I was going to quit. This is before the heart attack. But I smoked a cigarette without anybody seeing me. I thought I got away with it. But as soon as I came in the house, she said, you went outside and smoked a cigarette, didn't you? And I said, how can you tell? She said, I can smell it. She said, I can smell it right when I saw you. She said, I can smell it on your coat. Really? And then Tom, same way, you know, he says, well, I don't smoke neither. I can smell it. So if you think you can smoke in their van or their vehicle and you're thinking, well, I'm just going to roll down the window and I'll smoke it, make sure it goes outside, right? And they won't know. They know, you know, it's like, did you smoke in the van? I said, and you don't lie. You said, well, I said, don't smoke in the van no more. All right. Won't do it no more. They knew. So, you know, it's no, you can't lie to them about it because they know. So now I go outside, take a walk, whatever, and then I come back in. Mom said, good for you. You didn't smoke no cigarette. And I said, no, I quit. I'm not smoking no more. She said, I don't smell it on you. I mean, she got a nose like a bloodhound, right? But anyway, I just thought I'd give you guys a video and let you know everything is good now. And, I was going to tell you about the job. I'm looking at Amazon. I'm looking at maybe being a delivery boy or something, like I could drive one of their vans or something. But I'm going to end up changing my license over to Ohio in April. I'll still have a CDL, and I may do that a little while. But eventually, am I going to be back in the truck? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I will tell you this. Eventually, I'll have my own apartment. I'm not going to be staying here. I will have my own apartment, and I'll keep making these videos, and I'll let you know what's going on. Hopefully, I'm not boring the shit out of you because I'm talking, right? I'm not there's no action here. I'm not driving. I'm not showing you the road or anything. So, but hopefully you guys appreciate this. And if you don't, just let me know. Jukebox, we don't want to hear from you anymore. You're not driving truck? This ain't, somebody actually said, I didn't sign up for this. I'm going to unsubscribe from you. And sure enough, I lost 2 subscribers after that. So, I hate to lose anybody. You guys are like my friends. You guys are like family to me. And it proves a point to Mom and Tom even. I said, look, I got people. And they're trying to help out, And I guess that's what I'm trying to. But when somebody leaves, Mom says, that's some kind of family. Which one was that? Your brother or sister? Which one left? It's like, well, I don't know exactly, because I don't know some of the people. And she said, well, they never cared about you to start with. All they cared about was the truck and you going down the road. They give a crap if you had a heart attack or not. That's exactly what Mom said. And it's like, well, I can't argue that, right? I can't argue. But anyway, I'm going to quit talking. This video is 21 minutes. I do want to say thank you, though. We are actually up to 415. And all this money, I'm going to prove it to you guys. I'm not keeping it. All this money is going to Mom and Tom for them to help me in any way that helps them get me around. That's what this money's for. It's not for nothing else but that. We did get the Medicaid. That will be paying my medical bills. And eventually I will be working. So I do want to thank you guys very much. And if anybody out there ever needs help, I don't care who you are. Let's say you had a heart attack and you're laying on your back and you're stuck in one place and you ain't getting no money because of whatever. You let me know. I'm not huge, but maybe we can make you a few bucks. And it's not begging. It's not begging. Somebody even said, now you're going to become a welfare. And how did they put that? You need to get a job and get off that. It's like, get out of here. I can't work. I can prove that too. The doctors say I can't work right now. I can't pick up anything heavy. My breastbone got cut. They cut my breastbone straight down. And that's still healing. And I can't work. So this is my way of helping them. So thank you very much. And with that being said, we'll get out of here. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you guys on the next one. Later.